Hi, my name is Shanice from Sunshine Gardens, and in today's video, I'm going to explain how I keep my worms alive in the desert even when temperatures reach over 100 degrees. So let's go. And did I mention that I do this all organically to get rich, healthy compost and happy worms? So this is my vermicomposting nest. This setup cost me $0. I used sticks and logs from trees that we recently cut down, and I was able to form a nest-like structure. The sticks also help keep the cats out as well. This nest is in the corner of my yard with 2 fences on each side, which I believe that this keeps it more protected from the heat and help keeps the frame in place. We have chicken wire in the middle, and this is where we layer our plant matter and organic waste. This will also help keep out the chickens and cats. Because it's directly on the ground, when it hits 100 degrees here in Phoenix, the worms can just dive deep into the cool earth. They aren't trapped in a hot plastic box. And it's very important to provide extra shade, so we are using this umbrella. This is what works well with me, but you could also use other alternatives like tarp. There's also 2 air channels that this nest receives, so it receives a lot of airflow. It's even next to this shed, which I believe provides a lot of protection from the heat. In the summertime, this area stays pretty cool. If you do decide to use an umbrella for shade, just make sure that you weigh it down and tie it down to a fence. This will keep it in its place during those windy days. And you know you're on the right path when the compost doesn't smell rotten, but has a nice earthy smell. Worms can survive with plant matter, but they also need organic matter like vegetables, such as broccoli, carrots, or Brussels sprouts. When it comes to the food scraps, I like to bury it within the nest. So I'll dig a little hole and then I'll dump them in. That way the worms could get to them a lot easier. These are very, very happy and healthy worms. I have to constantly trim my basil plants, so my worms eat a lot of that too. Avoid feeding your worms onion, garlic, dairy, meat, and poisonous plants. Now let me show you how I harvest my worm castings. In the gardening world, this kind of compost is like black gold. This way of composting rapidly breaks down food scraps into nutrient-rich castings, while they consume 50 to 100% of their body weight daily. This will take about 8 months of decomposing, but it's not about how long it takes, but just getting it started, so that way you can have compost in the future, which the plants really need in the desert. For example, here are my pepper plants that are growing in a grow bag. I gave them a little bit of compost and now they are producing peppers. 4 reasons why you should start a worm composting bin. Rapid nutrients. Worms break down complex nutrients into bioavailable forms. Soil structure and moisture, which helps prevent soil compaction. It's a microbial powerhouse. This compost contains worm castings, so it's 10 to 20 times more than regular compost. And most importantly, gentle and non-burning, because it's a natural slow-release fertilizer. When it comes to watering, I water once a week in the cooler months, and every other day in the summer. This sustains the bacteria, fungi, and microbes that break down waste. This is just a vermicomposting bin that I made in my backyard using sticks. It's always good to do what you can with what you have. This is what works for me and how I create my organic compost and keeping my worms alive, even in the desert. I hope you found this video helpful, and thank you so much for watching.